Hi, Dennis.
Hi.
That's my superhero. Welcome back. Now that you briefly met Dennis at the very beginning of this video, you're probably wondering, how did Dennis cut Bill's lawn? Did he use this? Excuse me. Come on, get with the program. You're supposed to hit the buzzer. They were wrong. They got it wrong. Did he use this? Don't go away. Sorry about the delay, folks. What? Oh. Sorry. That wasn't easy as I thought it was going to be. You don't mess with these pinay. You don't mess with a pinay. I'm telling you right now. You just don't. You gotta be like really crazy, man. But anyway, whew. Yeah. Okay. Recapture our composure here. He didn't use this or that. Instead, to your surprise, if you said he used this, you are correct. Ah, thank you! Dennis did an amazing job. You should have seen this before he started pulling weeds. Here, I'd like to show you something. I actually did a haircut on this, so it's not full and beautiful like it was a couple days ago. But you can imagine when that grows out and it fluffs out, just absolutely beautiful. They call this, to my understanding, a San Francisco plant, or a San Francisco tree, if you will. It's very beautiful. Maybe I can grab a picture of it in the near future when it's fully bloomed before the haircut. As you can see, I don't have very many plants left here. It's really hard to grow some of these during the summer season. You know, I had quite a few that I actually had to pull because they didn't make it. They have no problems during the rainy season, but during the dry season, yeah. Here, I'm going to show you. Let's take a look. Here's a picture. Here's a picture of these two trees about a year and a half ago. Take a look at them now. They really grew. They really grew fast. In case you're wondering, those trees are called red palm trees. And they grow to be about 7 meters in height. I don't have a calculator, conversion calculator from meters to feet outside here, but I would imagine if you Googled it, it's probably between 22 to 23 feet high that they grow. Very beautiful tree. These here, again, I gave a haircut to. When they
bloom out full, you can see the actual leaf. They're just absolutely, it's a beautiful plant. And the real nice thing about these is they do really well. They're very low maintenance. They grow in the sun or the shade, and they grow really fast as well. So that's really nice. As you can see here, I'm having some difficulty with the grass here. If you was to take a shovel and scrape along the surface of that, I'm sure it would not take you very long, and you'll come to a lot of stones, rocks. You could probably see some of them right now, right there. Yeah, don't try to grow grass on top of a rock bed. It doesn't it doesn't work out too well. But I'll get down in there. I'll chip that up. I don't have a cultivator. I'll do it by hand. I'll work that up. I'll prep the ground, and then I'll throw some Bermuda seed down there. You can see this patch here too, looking rather pale in comparison to this here. And I do believe that this is called Bermuda grass, and my understanding is that Bermuda grass actually grows, and that's why they plant it here in the Philippines, of course. It really grows really nice in the real hot climate conditions. They also use it in some part of the states where the weather is warm. It doesn't do too well in cold climate areas. It takes about, I don't know, anywhere from a few weeks to even 7 years to grow out. And of course, depending on the lot size. And other really nice hot climate grass is the tall fescue. Here's a popular one that you should know, the Dracaea grass. And you see that a lot on the golf courses. A lot of golf courses use the Dracaea grass. And also the St. Augustine grass does really well in hot climates. Now, how about the very famous Kentucky bluegrass? Yeah, that's one that you're not going to want to plant in the Philippines. That does better in the colder climate areas. Now here, if you when I work this up, they say you need approximately 4 to 6 inches for a topsoil. When you're for the lawn. Now, as far as a garden, the recommendation is 8 to 10 inches for a garden. And if, let's say, hypothetically, if we was to rip that out and build a 12 foot by 12 foot by 10 inch deep garden here, you're probably wondering, well, how much cubic feet do you need for that? Yeah, that's a good question. You would have to, if memory serves me right from the farming days, you would have to multiply 12 by 12 by 0.8. And why 0.8? Well, because if you're going 10 inches deep, 0.8 is equivalent to 10 inches, of a foot. So it's 0.8 of a foot. In order to calculate your cubic feet that you would need for the 12 by 12 by 0.8 depth of your garden, you would need to multiply 12 by 12 by 0.8. You remember the San Francisco plant and or tree that I just showed you out front near the street. This here, I believe, is called lemongrass. And again, it's not fully bloomed because I trimmed it, I cut it down. It grows really fast. But you might be surprised, and I say might be surprised, that if you take the extractions, chemical extractions from the San Francisco tree, as well as this medicinal, if you will, plant, along with a plant that's called tawa, and you extract those chemicals, what you would do is you would cut the leaves from each of the plants. You would let them dry out for approximately 1 week and then soak them in alcohol. And what it does is it creates a chemical agent that substances in the plant, kills larvae of the mosquito, and it fights the Zika virus. That's amazing. I did not know that. As a matter of fact, it wasn't some overpaid scientist, sitting in spandex, eating ho-hos and other fattening candy on a 6th floor of a high-rise somewhere in the big city. No, this was I believe a 17-year-old boy, if I'm not mistaken, from Manila, Philippines, who actually thought of that by extracting the substances from the San Francisco tree, the lemon plant that I just showed you, as well as the tawa plant, and you go through the process of what I explained earlier, and not in great detail, of course, because I'm not as smart as that 17-year-old when it comes to this, or probably many other things for that matter. But anyway, yeah, so I was really surprised to learn that there are a lot of medicinal plants here in the Philippines, and it's amazing what they can use. But anyway, my friend Dennis, if he's watching this video, I want to thank him wholeheartedly for coming over here and straightening out our lawn. Hi. How are you? Hey, where were you earlier when I needed you? And you too. You could have come over, saved me some money. You're a good weeder. You're a weeder eater. Very cute. My very dear friend, JR, him and his family live across the way. They have an internet cafe over there. And JR also is a tricycle driver. He's taken me to Mental or Skyline area quite often. That's a nice tire. So anyway, thanks for joining. If you have any questions or suggestions about, how to preserve these bushes or, some plants that do better in the hot sun, let us know down in the comment section. It's one of my biggest frustrations trying to keep some of these plants alive. Okay, everybody, take care. Goodbye. God bless.